What if I told you that everything that we learned in The Lion King was a lie? Yo, my name is AJ, and if you love movies, TV, and anime, you're in the right place. Okay, maybe not necessarily everything in The Lion King is a lie. You know, the whole circle of life, Hakuna Matata thing, I get that. And I think they have their merit in their respective arenas. But one of the major themes from the movie was the concept of what it meant to be a king.
There's more to being king than getting your way all the time.
There's more?
And before you come at me in the comments, I get it. We only got a small sample size of the kind of king Mufasa was in the animated or the photorealistic version of The Lion King. But now we have new evidence. New evidence that will prove that Mufasa is evil. Okay, wait, maybe evil is too strong of a word, but he was definitely a bad king with good intentions. And if you give me a chance, I'll explain why.
Objection, he's testifying.
What I'm doing is winning.
Okay, let me start by saying this. Mufasa the Lion King was supposed to be a feel-good bedtime story about bravery and the origin story of the first great king of Malele, or Pride Rock depending on who you ask. And if you ask me, they delivered on that promise. But it also opened a can of worms.
Oh well, Hakuna Matata.
You see, Mufasa was a bad king because he was a bad brother first. And I'm not just talking about bro code, even though we all know after watching Mufasa the Lion King that Mufasa is a dirty Mac.
You take that back.
Mufasa lied to Sarabi trying to put Taka aka Scar on, saying that Taka was the one that protected her during the whole beehive incident. And Mufasa did this knowing that he was actually the one that quote unquote saved the day in an effort to help his boy out.
Okay, I'm waiting for the punchline.
But frame one, you're already starting their potential relationship off with a lie. And that's just a recipe for disaster. One thing led to another and Sarabi found out anyway. And as soon as she found out the truth, she fell for Mufasa immediately. And at that point, the rest is history. And surprisingly, Sarabi didn't even care that Mufasa lied in the first place. But you know, that's neither here nor there. I mean, what can we really say? At the end of the day, they're lions. And you know lions be lying. Say that 3 times fast.
I thought my jokes were bad.
And before we get too toxic, I just want to point out that we should all know that Sarabi is fully capable of choosing who she wants to be with and is not an object to be possessed. Okay, so I'm gonna put that out there. Okay, but now that we hopefully covered all our bases, fingers crossed, let's get straight to it, bro. Mufasa stole Taka girl. And if that's not dirty macking, I don't know what is. I mean, bro didn't even try to resist the catnip.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Alright, let me stop before I get in trouble. Moral of the story is, if Mufasa was a good king, he would have at least waited to have a conversation with his so-called brother before he was out frolicking in the Poconos of Malele, singing sweet nothings to Sarabi.
Say it again, open your eyes and here we go.
That boy is good. Good and terrible.
Mind you, this was after Taka, aka Scar, told Mufasa that he was interested in her. Now, does that sound like the kingly thing to do? I mean, it's definitely not something you do to your brother.
Is this your king?
It's not enough that Mufasa stole Taka's legacy. Now you gotta steal his shorty too? Plus, if we keeping it a buck, Mufasa shouldn't even had the opportunity to turn Taka into Scar. Cause Taka saved Mufasa's life at least 3 times in this one movie. And if we want to be technical, 4, but I'm gonna go ahead and let the waterfall scene slide for now. Cause Mufasa was definitely out here giving them other lines that work. Bro was a Mink goblin, you know what I'm saying? But that's beside the point. If Mufasa was really the king that they set him out to be in The Lion King, instead of punishing Scar the first time he made a mistake like his father did, he should have not only forgiven him, but also found a way to, you know, build him back up in a way that he can also see his own value. Cause that's really what made him flip. Insecurity. Because Taka didn't have the tools to be able to express himself, he did the next best thing in his eyes. Crash out and betray his betrayers, aka Mufasa and Sarabi, and join the enemy.
And the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Now, I also want to say that the goal of this video is not to absolve Scar of all of his wrongdoing. Cause Scar for sure is a bad guy. No doubt about it. It's just that in Mufasa the Lion King, we get introduced to Taka, not Scar. And after watching this movie, I started to see the signs of not only how Taka became Scar, but also Mufasa's short temper. I'm not saying that Mufasa just forget this ever happened, but at least try to find some common ground, because I mean, this man already done saved your life 3 times. Really 4, but who's counting? And this movie really just showed that, you know, Mufasa is not perfect by any means. Because in Lion King, we're mainly looking at Mufasa in the eyes of Simba, somebody that holds his father in high regard. But this movie was really cool to see because it's like the old saying goes, you understand the son by studying his father. And we already know that Taka's father was no noteworthy king.
Tell me about it.
One day, he will betray you.
What did you say about my brother?
You didn't say that again.
What did you say about my brother?
So seeing Mufasa in this light was very eye-opening. Just seeing how Mufasa switched up on Scar after one mistake, disowned him, and made an example out of him in front of everybody. And if you grew up like I grew up, you know that you ain't supposed to crash out like that in front of company. See, a good king would have humbled him privately so he wouldn't have to be humiliated publicly. Because all that did for Taka, or should I say Scar at this point, was build up resentment. Resentment that over time would ultimately lead to Mufasa's demise. And to think all this time, all Scar ever really wanted was a brother. But that's all I got for Mufasa for now. The prosecution rests, Your Honor.
Stop it. Get some help.
Alright, let me stop waiting around. I need to hurry up and finish this because this is getting out of hand. But if you want to watch more videos like this, make sure you go ahead and check out the bonus video tab here on my channel. And if you enjoyed this video, here's another one that we think you would like. But before you go, make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss another one of my weekly videos. I'll catch y'all next time. Peace.